Hello, my name's Brad Currie, and I am a K-8 Supervisor of Instruction and Middle School Dean of Students for the Chester School District in Chester, New Jersey. I am also the co-founder and co-moderator of SATChat, a weekly Twitter discussion for current and emerging school leaders. You can find us every Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I would like to share with you my brief thoughts about connected learning, connected world. As you can see here on the backdrop, we're at ISTE 2015 in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, PA, and connected learning, connected world has meant so much to me as an educator over the past 5 years. Very long ago, well, 5 years ago, I attended a workshop in New Jersey, and a friend, who at the time was not a friend, Eric Scheninger, gave a workshop on the power of social media in schools. And from that point forward, my whole mindset had changed. And being a connected educator can do so much, not only for us as professionals, but for all school stakeholders, teachers, parents, administrators, central office staff, and particularly students. And that's what it's all about. I've been here at ISTE for a few days now, and just connecting with some of the best minds in the business and learning from them. But it wouldn't be possible to connect with those thought leaders if it weren't for the connections that I've made with people over the past few years on Twitter. And it's just quite amazing, to be honest with you. Looking at SATChat and what that has done. A few years ago, myself and Scott Rocco said, hey, you know what, we're new to Twitter. We're looking for a place, particularly early Saturday mornings, where the kids are still in bed and you can sit down and for an hour go on to Twitter and talk with like-minded educators around the world about a particular educational topic. And it's been very inspiring. We started with 26 people, and it kind of expanded, and now we have hundreds and hundreds of people every Saturday morning, but to learn great things. Recently we had a session, a topic discussion on teacher voice. And being an administrator, I take great pride in collaborating with all school stakeholders, but in particular teachers, because they're the ones that are in it every day in the classrooms trying to impact the success of students. And so to be able to, on that Twitter show recently, listen to teachers and administrators talk about the power of teacher voice was truly impressive. And just these connections that we make, and it doesn't have to be Twitter. I'm a firm believer that you need to find that tool that works for you. To me, being connected is not an option. So I think you really need to find it, whether it's blogging, whether it's joining a Facebook group, you're on Pinterest, you're using Instagram or Twitter. Find a tool that best suits your needs and begin to share the knowledge. Sharing often gets overlooked in education, but I think with the evolution of technology and social media, educators have been less reluctant to share. And this has ultimately trickled down to the students. And we're able to put our own spin on things that people have shared, ideas, best practices, whether they're administrators or teachers, or even students for that matter. But the sharing has just been absolutely contagious and just great for school culture, school morale, and those sorts of things. And so, being a connected educator has taught me a lot about sharing, and that's what I try to teach others as well, that we need to share those best practices. Even if you're in the same building, you're not probably sharing as much as you should be, and it's not anybody's fault. It's a crazy school day, and we're not able to get into each other's classrooms and things along those lines. And so that's where social media and technology come into play, and just making the world small, sharing your best practices and those sorts of things. And ultimately it trickles down to the kids, right? We want to impact student success. So really connecting with educators from around the world, sharing best practices, and then taking them back to your school, back to your classroom, back to your district will ultimately impact the success of students. And that's really important. That's what sharing is all about. That's what's being connected is all about. Going to conferences like ISTE, you're able to, because you're a connected educator on social media, you're able to break down that awkward barrier and go up to people and speak to people about what it is you're doing in your school or your classroom. And then again, that just goes back to impacting the success of students. So connected learning, connected world. It's really important as an educator that you connect as much as you can. And one thing I'd like to share with people that I'm passionate about is like a 5-day plan to be connected. All right, every day you take 20 minutes and try to some way connect with other people or consume information or share a best practice. One day it could be 20 minutes of either you blog yourself as a reflection component or you read blogs to take in information and stay on top of innovations. Another day you could hop onto Twitter and for 20 minutes, scroll through hashtags and people's Twitter handles and discuss best practices. Another day you could take on an online learning lesson or some sort of professional growth opportunity. So you get the idea. Every day, take 20 minutes. And I'm talking about in school. Find that time. Make sure that your school leaders are aware of this sort of thing, that they can give you the time to do that. 20 minutes a day, 100 minutes a week can transform your life as a professional, but also transform the lives of students. And finally, I want to talk about opportunity. Being connected provides opportunities for everyone. Myself, I would not be here speaking right now on Bob Greenberg's show if it wasn't for the connections that I had with people from all around the world. And it's just amazing. The opportunities I've had on SATChat, blogging, writing books, and just being able to share best practices and to take in others' best practices so I can go back and impact our students. It's about opportunity and providing opportunities for students. The connections that I have in the connected world have given me ideas and given me resources that I can bring back to kids and provide them opportunities that they wouldn't necessarily have. So that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Connected learning, connected world equals promoting the success of students. And I'm a firm believer that you need to connect yourself before you wreck yourself, as one famous person once said.